welcome back to a day in my life in Charleston. If you're new here, I'm Clara. If you're not new here, thanks so much for coming back. I've been loving morning walks lately. If you recall, I did some health testing a couple videos ago and my vitamin D level was very low. I think most people's is, but instead of taking a supplement, I've been trying to get out and like get in the sun. Ironically enough, my morning walk today was very dreary. It was like a little bit overcast and drizzly, but that's super nice for Charleston because it was like 75 out instead of 705 out. I had a nice little morning walk, grabbed a coffee, and now it is sunny again. So I'm about to start my day. I'm trying to have a very productive Monday. My Mondays kind of set the tone for the rest of the week. Well, truthfully, my Sunday sets the tone for the rest of the week because that's when I do like a lot of my prep work and stuff. But I put on a cute outfit today. I'm wearing this very short little mini dress that I've had in my closet for forever from Forever 21 actually. Forever 21 has such good pieces if you dig, but I just like don't have the patience to dig. I must have ordered this online or something from an ad. Super cute. Probably not linkable anymore. It's a couple years old, but it has like this little tie in the back, just like a baby doll fit. I'm wearing this charm necklace and my Clara nameplate necklace. I love wearing this one. But I'm going to be doing a lot of filming today, so I like having my hair and my makeup done for that, especially if my face is going to be in the video. Like if I do a cooking video where I'm like showing myself cutting, a drink video, that's actually what's on my to-do list for today. I've been doing a new drink series, so I'm going to film a couple of those. Actually, why don't we go run through my to-do list together? On the way out to my laptop, I'll show you the new bed setup because you might have noticed this in the intro. I've changed the way as of literally yesterday that I make my bed because I wanted it to feel more like grand and hotel-esque. If you hear that scratching, it's literally Polly at the door because I blocked her out because I don't want to put up my ugly little gate thing quite yet. I wanted to show you what it looks like in its full form before she ruins it. So all I did was put this waffle knit that I got at Home Goods, but like the Casaluna brand at Target has like very similar ones. I'll probably link that. But I pulled up my sheets and then put this down too. So sheets and waffle knit tucked. There's probably a word for that, like coverlet. I don't know. I'm not even gonna try and use the right terms. Anyways, then I folded down the duvet. This is a king. This is what I used to just have. It used to just be like sheets and duvet pulled up. Added this little thing. Little throw. In an ideal world, this would have been like long enough to go like this, but it's not. So I just have her kind of thrown like that. But this was from Home Goods as well. I love looking at their like knit blankets. They just look so high end as opposed to like their fuzzy pattern like Sherpa blankets. A lot of the times, there's like hairs everywhere. I shed like a dog. A lot of the times they have these like beautiful knit blankets for like $15 to $25 and they just look so good. So I have this thrown at the end for a little bit more texture. These were my two sleeping pillows. Well, that's my sleeping pillow. This was like the sham pillow, I guess. These were already on the bed. This was already on the bed. This is from a local store called Celadon, just like a huge lumbar pillow. And then if these little fortune cookies look familiar, these were on the couch over here. I'm exposing myself. This is what I used to have on the bed. I didn't want to buy more pillows because pillows are so freaking expensive. I was like, you need to redo your bed using what you already have. I let myself buy those blankets, but pillows are too expensive. I was like, you gotta figure out a way to make it work, girl. So these two used to be on the bed. I was always on the hunt for a third one and I could never find it. So that always frustrated me. So now these are just the two that sit on this couch and it looks really nice in the event that I actually fold my laundry. I'll be honest, it usually looks like this. So basically all you would need to do to recreate this is like make your bed differently and then maybe like rearrange the way that you put your throw pillows. I don't know, I really like it. It was very luxe last night. I enjoyed sleeping in it. And if I had to guess, she gave up. Ew, is that your poop? She's honestly been so nasty lately. She bit me over the weekend and I was doing nothing wrong. Like literally nothing wrong. I'm like trying to villainize her and this is what she looks like. No one's ever gonna believe me. Just look at that little potato. Oh, you're so cute, but sometimes you're so mean. Let's get back to my to-do list. If I look familiar, it might be because I'm the girl that every Sunday I clean my apartment the time it takes to wash and dry my sheets on TikTok. You may have seen those videos. Sometimes they go pretty viral, but that's like step number one to having a good week is starting with a clean slate. So I like to do my sheets, obviously, kitchen. Clearly I didn't get to that pile of clothes on the couch in the bedroom, but like that, the bathroom, stuff like that. My floors, putting away like miscellaneous junk and stuff that I've just collected. I'm a very chaotic person through the week. Like my creative process is like make a mess in the moment to get to the end result, and then we'll like go back and pick up later. I'm not a clean as you go type of person. You've probably caught on to that by now. That's just how my brain works, especially when I'm like filming a video or cooking or anything like that. So I like to start with a clean slate, and I do that all on Sunday if I have the time. So that's my Sunday reset. On Sundays, I also do all my grocery shopping. So I'll make a detailed menu for the week. It's pretty much lunch and dinner. I get a lot of questions about what I do for breakfast. I'll have like yogurt on hand, cereal, oatmeal. Sometimes I'll go out and get like a croissant or a coffee. Some mornings I crave breakfast, some mornings I don't. So I don't always like plan that out. I pretty much always have eggs and some form of like breakfast protein in the fridge too. So for breakfast, I freestyle, but for lunches and dinner, I plan them to a T. I pick out the recipe. I get all the ingredients on a Sunday. I plan based on like which days of the week I know are going to be busiest. I could talk all day about my menu planning because it really makes me so much more productive through the week, knowing what I'm going to eat, having it prepped on certain days, like picking quick recipes on days that I know are going to be super busy. I'm very passionate about my meal planning. If you want menu inspiration, follow me on Instagram because I have a whole highlight with all my different menus from the past like 2 years probably. I don't even know how far back it goes, but that's a Sunday task too. So Sunday is cleaning and groceries, and then if I'm feeling very proactive on Sundays, I will sit down and plan out like my workouts and meetings and stuff that I know are falling on certain days. This kind of happens when I'm doing my menu planning too, because I need to know which days are going to be busiest, like I mentioned. But I kind of do just like a brain dump in the notes app of my phone or on my computer. Since the two are linked, that's one thing I could never stray from Apple, just because everything's linked and it's like a whole ecosystem. I love it, and I love the notes app. So anyways, I'm looking at my brain dump right now, and I'm kind of building my day around it. The way that I write my to-do list, it's kind of more time blocking. I don't time block on an actual calendar like Google Calendar. For some reason, my brain just like doesn't like seeing it like that. I love a list form. And I love the strike through feature. So I'm like literally crossing stuff off on my list using like the strike through text where you can put the line through it, because I want to be able to see what I've done so far, because that can make the rest of the list less daunting when you've seen what you've already been able to accomplish. So on Mondays, I have a lot of admin stuff. I need to go through and update all of my analytics. I have to like screenshot all my accounts and everything and send that to my management so that they can pitch me for new deals. Lots to do in my inbox right now. I go through and I make a list of all the website edits that I want to make to my website. If you don't know, I have a website of like all of my favorite links and products and furniture and recipes. Like it's a home base for all things Clara is what I say, and I update it pretty regularly. So if you're ever looking for like a recipe, and Pinterest is just like so vast and you don't know where to start, go to my website, go to the recipes tab. I'm working on a way to organize it a little bit better, from like bowls to pressure cooker to different categories, but right now it's just like a brain dump of all my recipes with a picture that I've taken of how it turned out. So it's a little bit more realistic of a photo. Sometimes when you look at the one that the blogger put up, you're like, yeah, that was edited. Anyways, I love my website for that. I go back and I look for recipe inspo there. I have a currently loving section, which is like 3 things that I'm loving. Currently sipping, which is like a cocktail recipe I found lately. Super cute. If you haven't been, you should go. And that's also where you can subscribe for my newsletter, which is the next thing on my list, is making a couple more outlines for my newsletter. I try and send out at least 2 newsletters a month. I would love to do 4 and have it be weekly. Some weeks that's definitely biting off more than I can chew. So they're pretty frequent newsletter sends in my opinion, and they're just kind of like a blog post. You have to be on the list to receive it. There's no like huge bank or way that you can go back and look at past newsletter sends. I'm kind of working on that too. But the last newsletter was like a Charleston travel guide, so I sent out like my favorite restaurants and stuff like that. But the 2 that I want to drop today are what's on my iPhone, because I think that would be a fun one, and summer essentials, because that was requested. Then I'm going to do some more admin work on LTK. I have 6 videos that I want to film and drop today as well. I have a meeting at 12 p.m. and I have some errands slash like personal stuff that I want to get done during like work hours. I try and schedule my whole day around like a 9 to 5, even though I'm like self-employed and like could do my work late night, whatever. Pretty much everyone works a 9 to 5 schedule, so I feel like it would be silly of me not to follow a 9 to 5 schedule and just make myself available and make myself occupied when the other people in my life are occupied, if you know what I mean. So I basically follow a 9 to 5 schedule, but when it comes to errands and stuff, best believe I will go at the odd times in the day because I can, and it's less busy, less traffic. So today I want to go to the UPS store, gotta go to the grocery store to get some ingredients for those 6 videos that I want to film, and if I have time, I'll get a car wash. That's pretty much how I schedule my day and what a Monday looks like for me. Assuming that I get all these video drafts done and the newsletter and the website and like everything squared away, that sets me up to kind of have a more relaxed week where I can film like my typical YouTube vlog where I'm like shopping in the middle of the day or doing stuff like that. Those days tend to happen when these super productive days earlier in the week happen. One of my favorite productivity hacks, especially when there's something on my to-do list that I keep just pushing off like day after day, is to set a stopwatch and see how long it actually takes me to complete. Just like sit down, force myself to do it. There comes a point where I realize this has literally been on my list for 2 weeks. No one else is gonna come magically do it in the middle of the night. I have to get it done, so I like to time myself because usually I'm pleasantly surprised with how short of a task it actually was. In this case, this was longer than I thought it was gonna take, so this is kind of a horrible example. Bookkeeping or taxes or bills or something like that I think is gonna take me so long, it really only takes a couple of minutes. This is a horrible example now that I'm saying all this out loud, but at least now it's done and I can cross it off the list. I'm about to get on a call and I'm gonna multitask and remove my gel nail polish in the process because I want to do just some like plain simple pink nails, nothing crazy, just like regular nail polish because I'm filming a lot today and I want my nails to look good and not like this. So I'm gonna do this while I'm on the call. I have been a work from home girl ever since I graduated college and went into like the corporate world, and I was always doing stuff like this. Trust me, if I'm on a call, I'm gonna be camera on this call, it's not gonna matter. But if I was camera off in the corporate world, it was because I was doing some random stuff like this.
Okay, CPU, so yeah, category.
Yeah, I'm meeting with them on Tuesday. Meeting just wrapped and I finished my nails in the process. This is the color I use. It's the D&D Romantic Lover. This is just regular polish, and then I use the Sech Vite top coat and base coat. I really like this stuff. It looks like gel. This would probably last me like 5 to 7 days, but I do plan on changing them later in the week. I just wanted them to be presentable for filming. Like I said, especially when it's like food and drink stuff, if I have time to redo my nails and kind of freshen them up, I do, because I don't know, it's the little details, but people notice it. I've learned the hard way that they do. Speaking of food, it's time to make some lunch. I'm gonna film this as either a TikTok or a reel too. It's like a pasta salad with orzo. I think there's some arugula in there. Ooh, my second coffee of the day is kind of calling my name too. I would consider this a somewhat quick, easy meal, especially because you're supposed to use rotisserie chicken, but they didn't have any when I went grocery shopping last night. That's one downside of doing groceries on a Sunday night, is like sometimes it's not very well stocked. So 9 times out of 10, I can't get a rotisserie chicken then, but I'm just gonna cut up some chicken breast instead. Finally able to find arugula. There was a couple month period where I couldn't find arugula anywhere, and now that I can find it, I wanna like use it as much as I can in case it goes missing again. This is like a pasta salad vibe, so I'm doing 2 packs of orzo because I want this to last me like quite a few days, like the majority of the week, honestly. This recipe calls for extra virgin olive oil and lemon juice. I'm just gonna use a lemon infused olive oil, salt and pepper, some herbs, cucumber, goat cheese, roasted corn, garlic, orzo, you get the vibe. The recipe calls for the arugula or the spinach. I think it actually calls for spinach, but it calls for it to be mixed in. But since I'm like meal prepping this and I'm gonna eat it tomorrow and the next day, I just don't want the greens to like get wilty. So the way that I served it is I put the greens on the bottom and then the orzo mixture on top. And I think I was supposed to wait until the orzo cooled because the goat cheese wasn't supposed to be like creamed throughout it, but it'll be good either way. Just drafted this. So I'll probably post that tomorrow because I have something else that I want to post this afternoon. This was a little video that I made on my morning walk. Cute. And now these little uncanned, what did I call them? Top off cocktails? Topless cocktails? I already forgot what I called them. But this is what we're going to film more of this afternoon. See, I like twist off the top. And I make a cocktail in the can itself. This video didn't go over the way I thought it would because I didn't realize people were that passionate about which sparkling water you use. I mean, I knew their ranch water was with Topo Chico, don't get me wrong. And I kind of suspected that the girlies might be a little mad, but you can't get a can of Topo Chico. I thought girls would understand like the vibe. But if you want a good laugh, go to my TikTok and look at that video and look at some of the comments. They're hilarious. Like, it's people fighting over sparkling water. Someone said ranch waters require Topo Chico, but this is a good tequila soda lime, which I don't know like with what inflection she meant for that to be read. Someone commented back, I can tell you've never been punched in the face. I need some cherries as a garnish on some Shirley Temples, or dirty Shirley's, I guess it would be. They also have lychee and rambutan. I need to look to see if there's any fun cocktails with that. I'll get these for the Shirley Temples too. I'll do Olipop. And for the root beer floats, I'm gonna get Poppy root beer. That would be cute in the root beer float, like the red ones. And maybe some, ooh, should I do extra creamy or original? Maybe I'll do original. I'm so happy about these straws. That's gonna look so cute. These are the shoes that I'm wearing with this dress. I just thrifted them from just like a local thrift store in Charleston for like 10 bucks probably, but they're rag and bone sneakers. They're still for sale. And I don't know if you can tell, but they have a black bottom, so they look super cute with the black dress. And they're very comfortable. I probably wouldn't, I mean, I definitely wouldn't have bought these just for myself, but thrifting them, heck yeah. I put everything in the fridge. Please excuse my super messy fridge. This is not probably what you would expect from me, or maybe it is because I've shown it before, but people are always shocked when my fridge looks like this. I do not understand how people that like genuinely cook every meal keep their fridge super like aesthetic and organized, because you end up with like random stuff like this. Anyways, I wanted to put these in the fridge because I got them off the shelf so they're not cold, and I don't think they'll froth the same with like the ice cream as they would if they were cold. So I have these in the fridge, and I just edited a video in the meantime while I'm waiting for those to chill. This is the video. This was one that I filmed over the weekend that I hadn't gotten around to editing, but I'm gonna go live with it today. So that's the concept. This is what I'm filming, but I'm gonna do 2 today, and then that way I can have a little buffer for the series that I'm doing right now, and then that way if one doesn't turn out the way that I think it's going to, I have time to scrap the video and go film a different one, just in case like it doesn't actually taste good. This is my little bar liquor stash, if you've been wondering what I keep on hand. I truly only really reach for my tequila, but I have some non-alcoholic spirits. I got sent this, as you can see. I'm kind of afraid to try it. I have had negative experiences in the past, but mainly in like high school, that have made me never really want to try gardening ever again, but maybe I'll try it. Who knows? I have some more tequila back there, but my brand of choice is Lalo. I have gin. This is like a spritzer thing that I got in Scotland. Well, it's not a spritzer. What is this? A pink grapefruit lemongrass liqueur. You can put it in spritz. A whole lot of Kahlua. Oh, this is like some fake, well, not fake. It's like a vegan egg foam type of thing that I have yet to try out. Mezcal. This is vodka back here. Gin, some cherries. Freaking love elderflower liqueur. Anything that has Saint Germain in it, I love. And then some Aperol, which I bought for the poppy spritzes that I just showed you. And then this is that giant cocktail shaker that I got a couple of videos ago at Goodwill. I'm so excited to use that. But this is what I keep on hand if you've ever wanted like a little bar cart tour. And if you're curious, this travertine tray that it's sitting in is from CB2. Hey Polly, it is not lettuce time. Go back to bed, it's not time. I can't. As soon as you open the fridge around 5 o'clock, this happens. It is not time. Well, now I have to give her something. She's just like insufferable. What do I have for you? Here you go. Take it with you. Or enjoy it right here. Just let me close the door. Just to make sure I didn't make a fool out of myself again with the wrong recipe, it says to add vodka and Kahlua. So that's what I'm gonna do. Vodka, Kahlua, ice cream, Ready Whip to top it, and then obviously the root beer. And yes, I changed outfits for this because I wanted this cute little top in it while I had it. I'm renting this from Newly, so I might as well show it off before I send it back. This is my little contraption device thing that I use. I'll link it in the description box. It's like a specific soda can opener. Supposedly you can use a regular can opener to open soda cans, but I feel like that's kind of a recipe for disaster in case it does leave a sharp edge, because then you're like giving your guests, assuming you're serving these to people, you're like literally giving them a trip to the emergency room. So I bought this. It was well worth it. I'm getting a lot of use out of it, clearly. Now, because there's too much soda or whatever's in the can, I get this little contraption. What am I saying? This is like a cup? What is this actually? Ew, what's in this? Like a mixing thing for cocktails that are stirred, not shaken. but I just use it in these videos to like hold the excess. But what you would want to do is like save whatever you're pouring out, because then you can make a bigger batch of whatever the cocktail or the drink is, and then you can just like refill people's cups with it. Cups, they're cans, you know what I mean? So if you're wondering what you do with the excess, it doesn't go to waste. It's just like the second round of drinks. And now I'll do my liquor, my ice cream, and I'll just show you the finished product because I think you get it by now. Straws look so cute, and I'm gonna give one a taste test obviously before I post it. I should have made a virgin one. I don't know what I was thinking because I want to have one right now, but I don't want to have like Kahlua and vodka right now. I love root beer floats. It's like one of my favorite desserts. At least it used to be when I was little. Ooh. Yeah, you can definitely taste the alcohol in there, but it's so good. And you know what? I didn't have to make a virgin one because I literally just forgot about all the excess that I was just talking about. So I'm gonna make myself a little root beer float. And I'm gonna sit back down and edit the video I just filmed because I didn't realize that I'm out of grenadine, so I can't even film the other one. Dinner was kind of chaotic because there was a lot of moving parts, so I didn't film it, but I made some homemade naan with flour, yogurt, baking soda, I think it was, and salt. I'll put the recipe in the description box if it's good. And then I did butter chicken, which is really easy because I just used these jarred sauces. You can find these at Whole Foods, Thrive Market, places like that, probably any grocery store. And then I've been loving doing rice in the pressure cooker. This was like a specific Indian basmati recipe because I like when it's like, you know, like kind of broken apart. I don't know how to describe it like that, but I followed a recipe where I like soaked it in cold water and then I added some oil and stuff. I'll link the recipe. And this is the finished product. The naan looks so legit. I'm excited to try that. I brushed it with some olive oil that's like garlic infused because I would have done butter and like actual minced garlic, but I'm out of butter. But I'm so excited. This is one of my favorite meals. And now I fear it is time for me to face the consequences of my actions, which is never cleaning up after myself along the way. But that's okay because I think I can unload this dishwasher. Yes, I think that's clean. And then I can just reload into it and we'll wrap this up real quick. The little menace is watching me. Actually, do y'all mind babysitting her while I clean up the kitchen really quick? How freaking gorgeous is this sandwich? My ideal morning in Park Circle is taking a Pilates class right there and then walking over here, getting a breakfast sandwich or a coffee or both, and then I bring my laptop and I do some work. This is my little reward. In case I haven't mentioned it on here, I have the Canopy handheld filtered shower head now. Let me turn off the water. You can attach it with like a little diverter thing and have like a regular shower head and the handheld, or you can just use the handheld as your main shower head. I have both. I really don't use that to shower with. I prefer using this shower head, but this has made cleaning the shower like so much easier. I will never not have a handheld just for cleaning. I stopped on the way home and got some grenadine so I can film that other little open can cocktail video that I wanted to, the Shirley Temple one. And I also put on a layer of self-tan after I showered. I mean, I've already showered it off. I did an express 1 hour, and then what I've been doing in the summer is I don't really have patience to marinate in a tan. Like, it's already humid and sticky. Like, I want to do the express and I want to wash it off like the second that I can. I've been doing like a hydrating gradual tan lotion. You're supposed to be moisturizing like every single night after you get a spray tan or a fake tan anyways, because that's what'll keep it from getting like all scaly and patchy. So in the summer, or like during times where I just need my self tan to like last and look as good as possible for as long as possible, I will hydrate every night and every day with a gradual tanning lotion so that it's like moisturizing and adding like the tiniest bit of color. I thought I had a meeting at 2:30, but it turns out I have a meeting at 2, so I have to leave the house in a couple of minutes to go over to Old Village, which is a part of Mount Pleasant. I'm entertaining the idea of joining a boat club. Would love to own a, actually I would not love to own a boat. It sounds kind of miserable with all of like the insurance and expenses and maintenance and storage and everything. So I recently learned about the concept of a boat club, which maybe you've already heard of this. I've never heard of it, but I've also never like lived in a coastal area or where people would have this. But you basically pay monthly to have access to boats. I mean, obviously there's gonna be times where they're all checked out and you have to like check them out pretty well in advance. I've heard like a week or two in advance, but that's not that bad. I'm excited for friends to come down. Pretty much every time you rent a boat around here, it's like $500-ish. So the boat club is around like 500. It's like 300 to 500 a month depending on which one you join. I don't know, I'm very new into looking into this, so I might be getting the information wrong. But anyways, long story short, it kind of pays off if you're using it often enough. One of the websites said they would do like a tour of the marina, and I was like, why not? Since I don't really know a lot about it, and then I can just fire off my questions to an actual person. So that's what I'm gonna go do. I'm wearing this little sundress that I just got from Free People. I mean, I just got it from Plato's. I don't know if it's sold on Free People anymore. The slip underneath it keeps falling down, but I am wearing jean shorts underneath it because I realized I probably shouldn't wear a floaty sundress and then go to a marina. So I would probably flash everyone. Well, I'm intrigued, but I'm not entirely sold yet. I think I'm gonna do a couple more tours or like informational meetings with other ones before I decide. Well, I'm like sold on the concept. I'm just not sold on like which one I'm gonna go with in the area. But I'm home now. I straightened my hair a little bit and I'm gonna film. This is my outfit. Is this not the cutest little shirt? I've had this in my closet and I haven't reached for it. I'll link it if it's still sold. This is another Forever 21. I mean, for someone that literally was just saying she doesn't really shop at Forever 21, I've mentioned quite a few Forever 21 pieces, but it has like a little bra bikini beaded into it. How cute is that? This is a skirt from Free People. It's part of a set. I wear the top of it separately too. I like it as a set, but I love breaking apart. You're supposed to do Dirty Shirley's with vodka, but I'm just like such a tequila girl. But it's gonna make people mad. I'm gonna do it anyways. If you've ever wondered how I do my little lime or lemon or citrus spirals on the edge of a cocktail, I'm gonna show you really quick. This is the tool I have. Let me beauty influencer it for you. It's like a zester, so these four are like zesty. Whatever this little triangle hook thing is on here, I don't know, it's from OXO. I'll put it on my Amazon storefront. That hook is what we're gonna drag along the lime to make the spiral. Hopefully this is self-explanatory because I'm not going to be able to explain it verbally. I just brace the tool like against the skin of the lime, and the trick is to not cut like what you're spiraling off. Like you have to really press it in, because if I lift off right now I would break it, and I want it to be like as long as possible. So I'm just spiraling. You can do it in little sections, but I've never made one this long. Maybe it's because you're watching. I think I'm about to lose it. Crazy. This is a new record. I'm glad this is happening on camera. So I've got my spiral. I've never made one this long, so don't worry if you don't get this. So now I have a skewer. You can also just do this around your finger. You're just gonna spiral it. This is stupid long, but I'm gonna cut it up to be different sizes. And I just spiral it on the skewer. You can do it against a straw. I'm just gonna quickly train it in the spiral that I want it in, like so. I'll cut it up and like slip these on the side of the drinks. These might be the cutest ones yet. I'm so obsessed. I love the way that the little curly Q looks off the side of the can. And I love garnishing with cherries slit like you would like a citrus. I can never remember to look like happy when I'm filming like any sort of like cooking or cocktail video. I look so mad. I'm like sitting here like... I have swapped my Shirley Temple for a pomegranate margarita because I'm about to hop on a little happy hour brainstorm content meeting, and I'm gonna be late if I keep talking. So let me log on here.
It's our girl.
Hello. Finally got around to bringing that stuff to the UPS store. Only took me like 4 weeks. I don't know what it is. Like that is just one errand in particular that I just can't bring myself to do. I always convince myself that it's gonna take forever, and it does take forever. Really want to go to TJ Maxx today because I saw Alex Hazen get the cutest like shell charm necklace thing at TJ Maxx, and there's a good one on this side of town. So I'm gonna go there next. And then I thought there was one more thing I left the house to do. Oh, I'm probably gonna go to Whole Foods and get more ingredients for canned cocktails. Topless cocktails. Open can. I just wish there was a better name for it. Y'all, I found some great stuff. I'm kind of scared to show you because I feel like I go to TJ Maxx or Marshalls or Home Goods in every single freaking video. It's just a coincidence. I feel like I don't go that often. It's just like on days that I film, I like crave a trip to TJ Maxx. So the first thing I got was just this little chrome tabletop mirror. I've wanted to put one in my guest room on that desk in there in case anyone does their makeup there. I've wanted to do that for quite some time. So I finally found one that wasn't like bedazzled. I got this necklace because it looks like they're layered, but it's just one necklace. I got some toys because I really want to go to the beach and I really want to play in the sand. More so I want to find shark teeth, and this has like a couple like sifter type toys. You can kind of see that the bucket has like a sifter thing on it. And I think I might actually be successful with finding shark teeth if I use this. Got this white linen dress that I thought was so pretty with this like bead thing at the bottom. And then I think you tie like one of the straps over your shoulders. I don't know. We'll see. Again, I'm just trying this on. I didn't feel like waiting in line for the dressing room and waiting in line for the checkout, so I just chose one. And if you know me, you know like I'm a big returner. So half of the stuff I freaking show in hauls probably went back to the store because I stare at it for too long and then I hate it. I found this like knit green long dress. So I'm excited to try that on. Some tampons because I was running low. Got these deodorant wipes to keep in my bag for the summer or like workout classes or something. I love a little individual wipe. I got 2 beach towels. I got this dress that I'm excited to try on. It's giving Astor Resort, and I just wore orange in a video and someone said that was my color, and all it takes is one person to say that a certain color is my color and I will go buy more stuff in that color. Next up, I got this little top thing, and then I got this set. Doesn't look like much, but it has tiny little sparkles in the fabric, so this is kind of giving Astor Resort vibes too. And it came with long pants, so it's like a little white crop and white pants. I forgot like the best thing. This marble tray, which I love, and it reminds me so much of the travertine tray that I have in my pantry right now, but it was very affordable, and I've been kind of wanting to restyle this little driftwood-esque table right here. So maybe I'll do that soon. Cozying up on the couch. Just realized I don't have any more workouts booked for the rest of the week, and I'm probably too late to make like appointments now. But I went to the beach tonight because I need to be better about like actually going to the beach and taking advantage of my proximity. If you had asked me before I moved here how often I would go to the beach, I probably would have said like twice a week, but I haven't been that much. But I'm trying to change that because I definitely want to take advantage of that. So I went tonight, thought there was going to be a pretty sunset, but then like at the last minute all these clouds moved in, so it was very blue and gray, but it was so gorgeous out. I was trying out the new e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation yesterday, and I will not be, well, I should use it again. I should use it with different skin prep, but I did not like it. I felt that I looked really crusty towards the end of the day. When I washed my makeup off, I was like, oh gosh. Did not realize I looked like that all day, so I just went back to my tried and true summer skin combination. The Supergoop Glow Screen always. I don't really even count this as like makeup prep because I just use this as skincare. This is the SPF that I'll use throughout the summer. I have the original color. I'm not sure what this one's called, like Sunrise maybe. It's just this like champagne-y. They have 4 different colors, so if this wouldn't work for your skin tone, don't worry. But it's like a champagne-y, just like glowy sunscreen. It looks so good on the skin. But I'm wearing that, and then I did a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, even though you can't read the bottle. This bottle has been through it. And then what else did I use? Oh, I just used this Lancome All Over Concealer to do like under eyes. Nothing's focusing. Bronze up my face a little bit, and I'm going to a coffee shop this morning to get some more work done. This is the top to a set that I got yesterday at Marshall's. I actually wore the pants to the beach last night, and I really like this set. It's from House of Harlow. I looked on tjmaxx.com and I can't find it, but if you go in store, ouch, to either like TJ Maxx or Marshall's, maybe you'll be able to find it too. But I like it on its own, and it's see-through, but I'm just wearing a nude bra underneath, and it's not like crazy obvious, so you can still wear it like during the day. Bringing a sweater and wearing jeans because I can never tell like how cold a coffee shop's gonna be, you know? And I don't want to get cold and want to leave, so jeans it is. These are old from Zara, Marshall's, and this is a Gap striped sweater. I do this all the time. I accidentally lock my, oh, she's back, but I'll accidentally walk my phone while I'm walking, just like by clicking buttons or something. And I also am so directionally challenged that whenever that happens, I'm just frozen and paralyzed and I can't drive anywhere. I can't go anywhere. If I was planning on leaving the house, that is, until it's unlocked, because I need directions everywhere I go. Well, I forgot I had an appointment to donate blood today, so I have to wear this for another hour or so. But I already went home and ate lunch, and then I got the appointment reminder and I headed back out. I'm trying to track down some grape soda, so maybe I'll go to a grocery store while I'm out, but I don't want to have to go in this. I should have brought like a long, oh, I do have a jacket. Perfect. Tonight's dinner is this super simple summer pasta. I think it's actually from like Barefoot Contessa. Is that Ina Garden? I think that is. Anyways, it was just like angel hair pasta, garlic, basil, olive oil, cherry tomatoes, super simple and fresh. The recipe is actually like mathed out for like a huge group too, so this would be a good hosting meal, especially if you wanted to do like a grilled protein. Not the prettiest because I'm actually reheating this from last night, but it's so good. You're gonna think I'm crazy because I'm changing my nails to this color because I just got this in the mail. It's Bikini Sotini, which was like the Essie color of my middle school years, and I just have to put it on my fingers. So that's the nice thing about switching between like regular nail polish colors, is I can just use acetone and I'll be done in like 10 minutes top, versus gel. That's kind of why I like switch between gel and polish, is I can just do quick color changes like this. I feel like I'm back in middle school. This is so funny. Although I never got them to look this good in middle school. This was only 2 coats, and it's with that same top coat I was using earlier in the week. Weekly florals are done. It's peony season, so I had to use some peonies before they are gone for the rest of the year. These ones are probably gonna open a little bit more than this. Like that one's definitely not open yet, but they're just gonna bloom a little bit more. They're so pretty. And then these are just like a bunch of little $3 filler flowers that they had at Whole Foods. And then this is what's going on my bedroom dresser, because I like that one to be like large. And this one is very large, and these flowers were only like $4, and I feel like they're gonna look sick right there. This is where I ended up putting that marble tray, by the way, and I think it looks so cute with another little vase of flowers right here. So I have a new spot for flowers. Obsessed with these colors. I also love to choose a favorite every week, and for the first time, I think the table arrangement is my favorite. I love that one. I'm probably gonna regret not getting peonies sooner. I've gotten some really cool PR packages today. The first one I already dug into. It's Free People, and they happen to send me 2 outfits that perfectly correlate with the next 2 drinks that I was gonna fill. I'll show you in a second, but this big box that says Fragile just showed up. So let's see what's in here. I am so thankful that I have landed myself on some of the most practical PR packages and PR lists in the whole industry. Some people get sent an entire shade range of foundation. I get sent the entire scent range of Clorox. That is something I can easily use up myself. So fun. I haven't mentioned yet, but I'm going on a boat tomorrow for my friend's birthday, and we're actually doing a birthday dinner for her tonight, so I'm definitely gonna bring those. That is perfect timing. This is so cute. I'll put my sunscreen in this tomorrow for the boat. Why did I just buy those beach towels? At least this perfectly match. No way. It's one of the ones that has a hole for the umbrella. Glossier sunscreen, a dry brush, perfect. Burt's Bees SPF, I didn't even know they made this. Beaches and cream. 4 of these plastic cups. I might bring these on the boat if there's enough room. Probably gonna sink the ship with as much stuff as I have planned to bring. Matching shaker. And last but not least, the grapefruit and orange blossom Clorox wipes. So exciting. And just so you can see how perfect the color matches are, like what the heck, I could not have matched that better. You're kidding me. This is gonna be a prickly pear margarita. I'm about to film that. And this is going to be a painkiller, which is that what it's called? Painkiller? Transfusion. How did they know? That is crazy. Like how perfectly does this dress match this drink. It's also just an extremely flattering dress. There's like a little slit in front. Very pretty. I love this. And they have it in so many colors, but they just happened to send me this one. I need to see what size they picked for me too, because it's like spot on. I didn't tell them sizing. Small. I will link this down below. This is my favorite thing yet. I'm gonna put it in the fridge to drink while I get ready later tonight. So freaking good. And I feel like prickly pear is one of those flavors for margaritas that I only ever buy out because I don't really know how to make it. This stuff is delish. Next up, we've got the transfusion. Look at how cute this set is. I could not have like shopped in advance and picked out a better outfit. I have it like folded up. It's like a longer shirt. Love this little skirt. Eyes on the side. So good. I'm gonna link both of these. They'll be on my LTK definitely by the time this video's up. And I'm trying a new foundation, not the e.l.f. one, a different foundation that I also got sent. Charlotte Tilbury like little stick foundation, and I think I really like it. Probably gonna wear one of these outfits tonight to the birthday dinner. I'm obsessed. I don't know which one though. I was leaning towards that first dress, but I love this little set. All right, transfusion. Gotta stay on track so I can edit these. I still have to go to the store and get the birthday girl some flowers. But apparently a transfusion is grape juice. Ugh. The problem of me taking requests is now I'm making drinks that I've never had before. So this could be the worst transfusion in all of transfusions. I've never had one. I don't know what to expect. What else do I need? Lime juice and vodka. I think that's all. You're telling me grape, lime, and vodka is good? I don't know. I just got back from Emily's birthday dinner and I forgot to film my outfit. Here's a late night OOTD, starting with my shoes. I just got these at H&M. They're like the perfect kind of heel, like not heel. I'm 5'8" if you don't know, so like this is my ideal heel height. This skirt is part of that set that I just filmed one of those videos in. I just kept this on, and then I did a white tank top. This tank top is from Suzanne. I really like that it's like a square neckline and it's kind of full length, but it's also easy to just like scrunch up too. Cute, casual. And then I had on gold jewelry, gold earrings, and it's time for bed. It's actually time for electrolytes. Tipsy night routine always includes hanging out with Polly without fail.